Is she saying hello, 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 hello? Is that what she's saying when she's laughing? Sure. Oh, wow. His foot falls. Now he's angry because we made him move. Ah. Nice! That was nice. I like that. Fingernails. Okay. That surprise seemed to affect you for quite a while, though. Mm-hmm. One hell of a shock she had there. Yeah! Go Usopp! This puppy. What the fuck? What is she? Why were you ever shocked? Okay, she can make... Wow, okay, she's definitely fine now. What are you doing? You're just wasting ammo, aren't you? What's up? You're losing it. That looks violating. I mean, she's a ghost princess, so she's a ghost. I think she's gone. So why did she become big, though? And what can you do with that? Can you touch anything? I don't understand. No. Yeah, so you can materialize your hands inside? Jesus Christ. Oh wow, your eyes. What the hell? Shit. Shanta, hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 360, 361, and 362. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon to get way ahead on One Piece reactions, or you can also join my membership on YouTube to gain early access to edited reactions. Most importantly though, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. Don't forget to support the original content, and let's get into it. Yeah, I think she just like makes herself intangible and then she can't touch anything. Mm-hmm. This girl is something. You're a hollow. Hello, hello. How do you fight a hollow thing? I mean, it's disturbing, but beyond that... Poor Usopp. Can she hurt him yet? That's the question. Bombs? She can make other things, you know, fall on him? Why do they explode now? What the fuck? What is it supposed to do? What are you trying to do? Oh no, Usopp, you're going to kill yourself at this rate. Okay, she's an interesting opponent for sure. How many of those can she make? How all of a sudden did they like explode on you? Kumachi. What is happening with you, dude? How does this binoculars work? Like it goes over the hat, through the hat, to sit on his head? Oh, I guess, yeah, it's through the hat. Okay. Yeah, I guess we all helped as much. Ta-da. I could stand against it, yeah. It was cool. I was also rooting for you. Damn. What are these horns? Did he always have these horns on his hat? Jesus, Kumachi! Oh, don't give up. I don't know what you can do. I really wonder. But... Oh, Usopp saves himself with Soge King. Oh, I love that. I love that he has like a counterpoint to himself. But he is. Even for himself, he is. Right. She had you. She had you psychologically. I love it that they're having conversations now. Yeah, that is true. I was wondering about, I was just like, okay, that was goofy. But if... She also has a way of making herself more confident. What did happen in that time? I'm curious, what did happen? I think you found it, but is it locked? Let's hope it's not locked. Is she in there? What is in there? Oh, that was okay. Like she made a ghost person of herself, maybe? Was she in there? Yeah. Did she? Did she make a clone of herself? We're dealing a lot with, like, in this arc with, like, ghosts and clones of stuff. And I love how Usopp fits into that, like, with his whole Soge King deal. Look at this entire arc. We're, like, facing our shadows. Or not exactly. Well, not everybody's facing their shadows. But you know, like, Moria has a clone that fights for him. But that's, like, you know, more on the physical level, I guess, for now. But, like, and he's able, like, to take the shadows of people, and we've seen Baroque facing his shadow, and and his shadow being super, like, very cruel to him and being like, I don't need you anymore, you suck, blah blah blah, the Afro's stupid, you know. Like, and I talked about how it was like kind of your negative self kind of talking to yourself, and here, you know, and here Usopp is like the negative self. I mean, he's always negative, and then he has like Soge King, who's like this different aspect of himself that he kind of turned into a different person that he can actually talk to, and he's actually able to give him some like a confidence boost, and like and it wasn't even anything that he did. He just like appeared so that, you know, Usopp could run away in the meantime or something. But and then he was just like, Usopp, you can do this. And then Usopp came up with the, you know, started thinking kind of levelly, because he was freaking out, and Soge King was like kind of like this bomb, I guess, for a moment there, to just kind of remind him that he's capable. And then he was and he could do this by himself, you know. Like, at the end of the day, Soge King isn't anything, but it's sometimes, I guess, it's enough that you have like this, like that you kind of separate yourself from yourself. Like, you're a very pessimistic person, and then, you know, you're a different person when you're wearing that mask, and you can, you know, like, sometimes it brings out like other parts of yourself that are kind of hidden or buried, and then that other person that is you is like, you know, he has those qualities or something. Like, it's sometimes it's easier to just kind of like be like to reinvent yourself like under a mask or something. So I love that Soge King played that part, because, you know, I mean, because Soge King kind of was born of like Usopp not being able to be himself with the crew, because he was having, you know, trouble at everything, and he wanted to save them and help them and be part of them. So it kind of was like, it felt like he was born kind of as like a flimsy kind of cover up, and then here it actually became a plot point, and I love it here, because it became like this, you know. Yeah, Usopp is super, like, he's very negative, and that was kind of his strength against Perona, but it couldn't sustain him for long, and in himself he found the strength not to be negative and help himself, pretty much. So I love that for him so much. Perona, I honestly thought when she was like floating and stuff, I was like, is she, I was trying to make like this connection in my head with like, is she like positive or something? Because she's floating from how, I don't know what I was trying. I was like, no, but her power is negative. So how does she, like, I don't know, like, and it's true that she suddenly became very confident and stuff, but I just thought that it was like, okay, like she said, she was just surprised. It was just like the shock of the moment, and she did run away from him, and I was like, oh, okay, I was thinking, why didn't you do this before? Like, why were you running and stuff? And apparently, but I thought it was just like, okay, I don't know, fine, she needed time to get herself together or something, but Usopp actually figured out that it was actually an important part of the whole thing, and that she has like this, I guess she can kind of project herself as a ghost and do all sorts of things and be immune to any sort of attack, which is a very cool, you know, tactic, or a very cool way to do, I mean, to fight, I guess, if they don't figure it out. And she can turn big, and she can, you know, and make you explode. I don't know if that's like that ability of the mini negative bubbles or whatever they are. I don't know if she can do that in her real body too, because she was able to make the negative ghosts with her real body, right? So I don't know. But we discovered her weakness, and her weakness is herself. Ha. I mean, like, the self that is, like, I thought at first that like he said, she became a lot more confident, so I thought, oh, it's like kind of like him and Soge King, you know, like she has a more confident part of herself or something. And I guess in a way she does, it's like it's a tangible thing, because that part of herself, like, part of herself, like this ghost of herself, can float and not be attacked and find ways to attack others. So she has like a I guess a physical reason that you can see why she would be confident. But in any case, yeah, it was a sheer contrast between who she was, like this very scared girl that she was before, and then this girl who was like all of a sudden, you know, super in control and everything. And it was exactly what, yeah, I loved how Usopp pointed out that it was exactly what he does. Like he has these tactics where he faces people and bluffs and does stuff, and she did the same thing to him, and she was able to get to him. So they kind of have like a similar way of fighting. And I love that. I thought it brought out a lot of interesting elements. Also, I just love, like here we really got the chance to hear Soge and Usopp talking to each other, and obviously it's the same voice, but it's not. Like it has a different like tone to it, and I love it. I love Soge's voice. It's so like, it's so cool. Okay, so this episode was awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the, you know, this aspect of Usopp that we got to see. And otherwise, we just saw Luffy struggling, pretty much. The finger net was cool. Actually, I forgot, but I think we already saw him use it all the way back in a recruiting Sanji arc in Romance Dawn on Baratie. But the point still stands. I love how he comes up with like, you know, like Luffy is very, I mean, okay, I guess it's everyone. They kind of adapt to the battle that they're facing, and then suddenly we see like this new thing that they can do. But for instance, with Sanji, when he used the fire thing, it was like, oh, it felt like he knew he could always do that. He just never had to use it or something. I don't know, where he like spun so hard that he, you know, caught on fire. And then all of a sudden he can burst into flames. Like spontaneous combustion is this thing apparently. But with Luffy, it's like, you know, this power that we know he has. Like we all know he can stretch, and then he comes up with new ways to use it on the fly, and it feels like he just comes up with it on the fly. It's just, oh, you know, here we go. I'll face you with this like finger net to catch all of your, you know, shadow bad things. So I love that. Yeah, let's get into the next episode. In your face, Verona. Now you just need to get to her before the ghost does something to you, I guess. Usopp no. What was that? I don't know the big small thing, but sure. She sure did. Yeah, but you still need, I mean, she could still, I think, stop you from getting to the body. I mean, if she uses her little ghosts to explode on you. It was cool. Okay, it's her. So the body's not conscious right now. It's a fear, right? I mean, that was the obvious conclusion. We don't care if you're a ghost or whatever. Will they do something? Yeah, she controls the hollows a lot. So it is her, though. It is the same person exactly who's inside the ghost. But it's kind of like Soge mask in a way, because she, not really, I guess not. Like her body changes in some ways. Okay, now you're inside your body and... We're back at the same position? What? Didn't we do stuff? What? Like what? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of effect. He's not done yet. Big Luffy? Force? So Luffy will face himself. I mean, I think. What are you looking for? Exactly? Oh, your hat. Oh, we haven't seen you in a bit. Zoro Shadow. You're so pretty. Doesn't have an effect. Oh no! But there's a woman there, Sanji. You need to worry about her. Maybe you forgot by now. That aspect of his personality. Even the shadows hate each other. Through the hole in his tooth. In his teeth, I mean. Yeah. He doesn't care anymore. No, Sanji. We lost you. Yeah, they've lost themselves. We can no longer count on that. Oh no, he's going to start forgetting stuff too. That's so sad. That's how he lost it the first time. No, Luffy, don't let that happen. What a silhouette he has, though. No. Now we'll have to actually fight him. Oh well. No. Well, yeah, Moria knew what he was talking about. I guess it's an interesting way to see yourself kind of being enslaved. I know it has to have some personal effect on you, kind of like it's like who I am, kind of, but taken over, and like they don't get to have their own dreams anymore. Kamikaze. You yeah. It's what I meant to say. Oh, it wasn't a dead. Go, Usopp! Gentleman, he apologized. I love her looks of shock. She always has, you know, snot coming out. I love it that we're using, you know, the impacts again. I feel like the impact haven't been in focus for a while. Oh man, not cute in the oh shit, that's disgusting. I feel oh, I feel bad for her. That's disgusting. Where'd you take that out of? There's the Usopp we know. I wonder if he's bluffing. Opponents are like, I won't do it, I won't do it. Because you defeated me. He bluffed. I knew it. But it was enough to, you know, knock her out completely. Honestly, feel kind of bad for her. She deserves this up completely. But I loved her as an opponent for Usopp. That is disgusting. I condone this, like her response in every way. Click my heels. That was awesome. I love that fight so much. I guess it's not going great for you, Zoro. You're on fire now too? Did he use the humming thing? Ah! Okay, damn. It's funny how the Zoro fights always kind of catch me by surprise. It's like, oh, I'm not worried for Zoro. And then that was the moment when he was having a really hard time with, I don't remember. He was made of iron, right? Or steel or something. And then he had to learn how to cut steel. But he was really, like Zoro was really beat up very badly. It was in the alabasta art, I think, maybe. Yeah, it was against Mr. One. Sorry, I forgot the name. And then we had, for instance, the other fight against T-Bone. And it was like nothing. I was like, okay. I didn't expect that. And now here, you know, the samurai once again is like, it's a big, like, I don't know when, like, I can't tell when big opponents are going to come or not. I mean, that's kind of the charm of this. The fact that you just don't know. You see, like, swordsmen and you're just like, okay, he's gonna fight Zoro. I guess he's going to be, like, we don't know if he's going to be strong or not, or what. If he's going to pose a challenge at all. But, yeah, and then they kind of do all of a sudden, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay, so the samurai. I mean, he has, like, the abilities of Brook, but he has the, like, the technique of Brook's, but the physical abilities of the samurai Mario is in. And it proves to be a very challenging opponent, even for Zoro. Okay, wow. And I mean, we didn't even get to see any of it. We just see Zoro totally thrown to the ground, and looking very worse for wear. Damn. Okay, that's going well. Not, but at least Usopp's fight is going really well, and I loved it. I loved it. I love it when opponents and fights are like, you know, they're parallel in a lot of ways. I mean, it happens a lot in like for instance, in Bleach, it happens a lot where you like, you know, opponents face each other and then they're like, they have like the exact same kind of trait or a trait that is, you know, somehow opposing a trait of your own or something. And I love that because it brings out like these, you know, yeah, these aspects of your personality. Like you kind of have to like prove that you're better than your opponent is at that certain thing. And here it happens a lot too. Like every time you see a swordsman, you're like, okay, Zoro's gonna face him and he's something. I don't know. Or like, well, I guess it's the clearest with Zoro. Like for instance, with Usopp, it happens a little less. Like here, we had an opponent that was really like, you know, really seemed to fit him. Or anyway, there are like opponents that you kind of like that you struggle against, and then there's something that you can do that only you can do that can take them down, and then like things turn around. So yeah, the fight against Barona was awesome. I loved it. I loved how, you know, Usopp, like his confidence kind of comes from his lying, cause as himself, it's like everything good about him is like a lie. Supposedly like he really, you know, because he thinks so little of himself, he really needs to like kind of inflate his own ego over nothing, kind of like, and come up with those outrageous lies when it all covers up like that at you know, for real, he feels very scared and he feels like he's not capable of anything. And then kind of Soge King is like the true him that is actually confident, kind of that doesn't need to lie, that is actually cool, but he can't, like it kind of doesn't fit his own image of himself, so he has to have like this separate image that is that. And I love that. So the fight against Barona was really, 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 really awesome. I loved it. I think I said that a lot, but yeah, just so you are aware. And all the shadows are losing themselves. At least Sanji and Zoro still hate each other. You know, at least we have that gist of the people they used to be. It's really sad. And Luffy, or at least the shadow of Luffy, is actually thinking that someone else should be king. I mean, it really is like, it just sits so wrong, you know, to see him be like, you know, he was Luffy, he was like, I'm going to be king, this is my hat, where's the cannon? And then all of a sudden he's like, no, Moria is supposed to be the king. And like, you know, like it wiped away everything that made him him. And it just, yeah, it's, I mean, Luffy facing himself, but as, you know, as himself as a puppet, himself as someone who's like enslaved to someone else's will. That is like the opposite of Luffy in every way. Luffy will not stand for that. So I am interested to see how this affects him, if at all. Or I could see Luffy being just like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like not really taking it like personally in any way. Or he could be like, how dare you, I don't know what, think that someone else should have your dream or something. I don't know how it will affect him, but we'll see. But like, you know, he's facing Moria now. He has to face, I think, himself soon enough. Himself as a big giant zombie dude. I mean, at the end of the day, Moria is not even really interested in fighting him. So I think he will just let him like take himself on and not do anything about it. Like not really interfere with his shadow or whatever, I think. Other than Usopp, right now, everyone is in pretty bad shape. Like they're not really making a headway in their fights. Alright, we'll have to wait for them to turn things around. Oh, I guess Sanji is also doing well for himself. Or at least like the last time we left him. He was like he had the upper hand. Let us get into the third episode. Yeah, I mean, damn. Look at him. On fire. Alright, where does see Zoro? Okay, Zoro is not done for then. Can't be. Right? Come on, Zoro. This fight's gonna push him beyond his limits, I guess.
この黒糖秋水を私から奪うと正確には
お前の屍の横に落ちてる刀をもらう。
So confident.
なるほど。
だが一本折れてる。収まりが悪いんでぶら下げてるだけだ。俺は三刀流なんだ。
And you just told him that you don't have your third sword.
聞いたことありま
Great
せんな。
work.
曲芸ですか。いや
今見せられねえのが残念だ。
I mean, that's true. He's not at the top of his game Zoro right now. Because he doesn't have his third sword. Fuck.
ピストル好きです。私がやってもあんなことになりませんけど。
Yeah, damn.
差し分けですな。
だね。
生前はおそらく豪健の侍。
Yeah, that's why Zoro wanted to face him so
剣
badly.
士として同じタイプの筋力を持っているのかもしれない。勝負が長引くことはないでしょう。
Why? If they're strong, if they're
プレリュード
as strong as each other.
時折の技か。
Sword breaker?
二刀流。いやい。羅生門。
Was what?
吹きやがった。
What was the attack? Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. That was the attack.
72ポンド砲。ポルカルニーザ。
Well, at least the zombie needs to breathe, apparently. Oh no. That was the moment when Zoro lost, right? Or at least he seems to. Oh, okay. You don't know why that's happening? Okay. What? Oh, maybe the fire is from Zoro? I don't know. Oh! Okay! Really? I mean, is the fire... Yeah, the fire is like Zoro's attack?
あなたが主人であるならこの刀も本物でしょう。あの侍、私になんか全く本気じゃなかったんだ。
Yeah, but before it sounded like Zoro had lost, but here it seems like it's the opposite. So even with two swords, Zoro is able to keep up with this legendary swordsman. Thanks.
お前が生きた時代に会いたかったよ。
It purified him through swordsmanship? I mean, like, with his fire?
私と同じ動きをね、この感激、この感動、まさに骨身に染みて。あ、身はありませんけど、骸骨なだけに。よ。
Zoro, that was awesome!
勝負はなかったことにしようぜ。
Wano. Okay, then they're doing well. Not everyone, but Zoro was doing well. I thought they framed it in a way that made me feel like he wasn't. Usopp, what? Where are you even? Where's your buddy? Your body, I mean. Maybe it was behind it. Not anymore, sadly. I love oars as Luffy. Luffy is oars. I don't know. Here he comes. Okay, get yourselves killed or whatever. No, no one will mind. You know, you got that much right. The point is that he's still using the attacks of Luffy, but... Oh, he didn't go through with it then. Oh well. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah. Easier said than done. Ah. You don't care what happens to him? I think you do care. You don't want him to die though. Alright. So the show was totally bluffing. Like it totally framed it, obviously, like at the end of the last episode, framed it as like, oh, like the samurai Ryuma was on fire and he looked totally cool, and Zoro was like at the bottom, like looking totally like passed out or whatever, and it looked like he was losing. And Frankie said like, what did he say? And Brooke said like, I think it's over. He was totally like, he was taking it easy on me and stuff, and it made me feel that, oh wow, Zoro was defeated or something, but it was the opposite. Apparently Zoro was totally fine or mostly fine, and the fire was Zoro's. Like I thought it was some kind of like, you know, like a Sanji kind of deal. I don't know how or what, but that the zombie put himself on fire, or like that he was his aura or something. I don't know what I thought. But apparently it was part of Zoro's attack, so... I mean, the fight was cool, and I definitely think that they, like, foreshadowed something, because I know that... damn it. Like, honestly, I got spoiled for so many, like, names, somehow, without even, like, intending to... I could just see those names, like, I just... Anyway... I'm sorry about that. But I know that Wano is like something too. So I guess it's a kingdom, and we're probably going to visit it at some point. And maybe there will be samurai there that Zoro wants to fight or something. I don't know. But at least this samurai was like from the past. Like he was legendary, but now he's dead. So I guess in some ways he wasn't at the top of his game either, even though, I mean, like he wasn't himself. He was being piloted by a shadow of someone else, you know, with like techniques of someone else. So I guess in some way, yeah, like he wasn't like fighting the real him. Like Zoro said, I wish I could have fought you when you were alive and stuff. So I guess it would have made a difference. But also, like, Zoro wasn't, like, he didn't have a third sword, so he wasn't, like, giving it his best either. It still looked amazing and very cool and stuff, but okay. It could have looked cooler, I guess, if Zoro had like 3 swords and the samurai would have been alive and just himself, I guess, or something. I guess overall this like combination of like Shadow and Mario, like it makes maybe the Shadow more sturdy and stuff, because the Marios are strong, but it takes away from like the strength. Like the Marios are like kind of like second hand basically or something. Like it would have been better to have them as like better, I don't know, better for in terms of strength for them to be themselves and just not be dead. But they're dead, so they're zombies. So it's like, you know, it's the best you can get kind of thing. But like this samurai would have been stronger just being alive, I guess. Like Zoro isn't even going to consider this fight that it ever happened. So I mean, okay. I'm looking forward to when we get to Wano, I guess, or whatever we do there. Like he didn't even need to use soul, I guess. It was just the attack. Like he just the fact that he defeated him with that dragon attack or something. The dragon fire that purified him to the point that, you know, the shadow got back where it belonged. Very nice. And now he has a third sword, and it's also a very cool sword, the Shusui, or whatever the name was. Awesome. So, okay, that was taken care of. I thought we were, like, you would be, like, yeah, I was just talking about how I never know what kind of fight Zoro's gonna have. Yeah, okay, yeah, you got me again. What can I tell you? Okay, Luffy now needs to face himself. Sort of himself. It's not really himself. It's like himself, but not. Because he doesn't have his personality anymore. He barely has his own abilities. I mean, like, he's going to use the same attacks, I guess, but he can't stretch. So it's like not... I don't know. We'll see what he does with that, I guess. And, oh my god, it's so frustrating. I mean, Moria was saying this before, but it's so frustrating to just hear him be like, this is my dream. I'm going to make someone else make me the pirate king. Like, this is my dream. I won't do it. I mean, I get it. As a lazy person, I get it. Like, okay, I have a dream, but I'm not going to do anything to achieve it. Like barely anything. Like, all the effort is going to be exerted by someone else for my sake. It's, like, so unfair and also, like, not fulfilling, I feel like. Like, how do you really feel... I mean, I guess, like, it is his ability, the fact that he can steal shadows, the fact that he can, the fact that he got that devil fruit. I don't know how he got it, if he exerted any effort for that. But at this point, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be king of the pirates. I'm not going to do anything, though. Yay me. Like, and you see Luffy, like, being like, you know, I'm going to be king of the pirates, and he means it with all his heart, and he's, you know, is working so hard to get there. And Moria's like, nah. Yeah, Luffy needs to kick his ass at some point, and show him that he did, you know, things don't just, like, dreams don't just fall into your lap through the effort of someone else. I mean, I guess they do. Some people are like that. Some people do have the means to make things happen, you know, not based on their own efforts. But they suck. I don't know. I mean, like, if they take credit for it, like the way that Moria does, like, oh yeah, I totally deserve this. I'm gonna be king of the pirates, and yeah, and everyone's going to do what I say, and blah blah. You know, not cool. I don't want you to win. I don't want you to be king of the pirates. You don't deserve it. So we'll see how Luffy deals with that, with his own. I keep saying his own, like, is that really? It's whatever. With the zombie that talks with his voice, I guess, sort of. And we don't know yet what's happening with the Robin and Chopper. Like, it wasn't very good. Maybe Zoro and Sanji, or not Sanji, I don't know. Zoro, though. I want Zoro to see himself. I want that. That's my dream, okay? Maybe Zoro will come and help them. Please, 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 please. I mean, he's done with his fight. They're not done with theirs. Can I hope? Can I hope? I want it. I want it. I want it. Okay. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Running Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, and Shadow's Moon. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support, I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.